close the series. They're up 2-1 against Dignitas. And now things turn. Again, we go back to Mousesports' choice. So far, both teams have picked up the opposite team's pick.
Yeah.
Isn't that going to continue forward?
Yeah, it's just like a playoff series in hockey. Again, we're going to take another Canadian reference here. Teams beating on their others' home ice and then losing on their home court. So see how this works.
Court is not hockey.
Well,
Rink.
home ice.
I know that. Is that right? Rink?
That is right.
Yeah, rink?
Henry's so proud to be part of this conversation.
Yeah.
Yes.
I got a word.
All right, enough hockey references. Let's go to Overpass.
Okay, so Dignitas recently haven't played a lot of Tier 1 teams. I think the most recent result I can see of any note is against Dobry Gaming, team me and you have casted recently, Matt.
That's true, yep.
And the
former Gamers too, for those of you who don't know.
That's right, Polish team. And they actually lost to them 1917. That was a few days ago as well. So Dignitas may be a little bit shaky on this map, so that'll be interesting to see how this one goes down. Mousesports, like you said, picked this one. I think we casted on this recently. I can't remember. It's one of those maps where when they start CT, if they get momentum, they're very good at it. It's one of the ones they actually can get themselves in the rut as well. They do a lot of force buys here, and at the major especially, we casted them against Cloud9 on this map, and they didn't get an AWP to the very last round just because they kept insisting on force buying, very similar to what we saw on Train, for example. So I would like to see them have just take a moment to consider their options and make sure they make the correct decisions here. And if they do that, I think they'll be absolutely fine. But it is worth noting they're going to start on the T side here. And tonight, when we see them on the T side, that's when they seem to be their scariest. So on Mirage, incredible. Dust 2, incredible. So maybe this starting T side is actually
Nico, incredible in both those games. I
Yeah.
mean, that's a pretty big aspect, is that he's been finding opening picks left, right, and center for them as well.
Yeah. I think it'll come down to first half. Obviously, Mouse is probably going to take CT, right? So it's going to be Dignitas' task to really get that ball rolling on their T side. Let's see how they fare there, actually. It's going to be interesting. Obviously, again, it's going to come down to money management from Mousesports on the CT side, if they're going to be forcing on the scouts and whatnot, UMPs, triple UMPs, and things like that. Especially, again, you need a lot of grenades on this map to help your defense. So I think it's up to Mousesports, again, to be wise on their CT.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is as well, on this map, we talk about aggression, and we talk about Mousesports having such an aggressive natural defense. We thought that might come into play last evening, and it's never really materialized quite like I'd hope it would. Like, this map, I think, should play into their favorites. So if Dignitas can find early picks, likewise, I mean, this map does force a lot of rotations, force a lot of gambling with the way that the A site, smokes play in on that default position. I don't know. I'm still favoring Mousesports to take this map, but there's a chance. I mean, if Dignitas, again, early picks is key.
Absolutely. So, like we said, Mousesports will be on the CT side here. I'd prefer them to start terrorist side, all things considered, seeing the CT side actually getting a little bit sloppy, to be honest. But this is another map that requires a little bit more execution, perhaps. But we've seen a lot of teams yesterday, especially just choosing to rush B quite a lot. If you get a decent spawn, you can do some simple smokes, get in there together, and see what Mousesports can bring to the table here. So far, it's been a very simple night for them, and just relying heavily on Nicolino to get them entry there. So, like I said, last time we did see Dignitas on this was against Dobry Gaming, losing narrowly to them. It seems like we will be underway here. So, this is the fourth map. Currently 2-1 in favour of Mousesports. They have taken Train and Dust 2 tonight. And we go into Overpass. If they take this one, they take the best of 5 series. So let's have a look at Team Dignitas. What are they going to be bringing to this pistol round? Obviously very important. 2 sets of armor, AZ and Kiabi. Third on Nico. 2 smoke grenades for them as well. So it looks like it'll be a simple B execution here. As I said, they're actually going to make their way down into the connector maybe. So CT's actually showing some aggression there as well. So maybe we can actually see some confrontation early on. Actually make their way towards long now.
Pimp's got himself inside the construction area as well. He might be able to make some noise on this B site to allow this wide play. That's exactly what he's trying to do, and it's worked. Gobby's already rotated. Nex and Chris have gone deep inside the A site, getting ready to rotate, but they soon realize that there's not much activity after those flashes, so they'll try and stick around, but they've got to stay efficient. They've got to allow their teammates a chance to rotate back in their favor, and it's not going to happen. They're already losing the battles, and down they go. Nex only able to pick up 1, which leaves just Gobby and Dennis against 4 opponents who are now planting the bomb, Dignitas. So this is the start they look for on the T side. If they can close this round, and they will.
Yep, it looked like the 4 guys coming from long were a bit too late to the action on A, but no, it really worked out well for Dignitas there. The trades went in their favor, and rotation wasn't able to help them out either, and Dignitas taking that ever important pistol round.
So we always talk about Mousesports forcing up every single second round they have the opportunity to. Of course, this won't be any different. Scout buy on Chris J, we know he can do damage. That will be going straight towards middle as well. But it seems, I think this is a great call from Dignitas. They're aware this will be happening. They're actually going to be going in straight for a B play here. Maybe a simple use of utility, but they know what Chris J's up to. So they're going to make their way through Monster Tunnel now. Nico's going to be the first line of defense.
Shot from the Eco to open it up. Now Gob coming in with another pistol. Chance here for the Eco to be successful. Chance that's been diminished greatly when the kills do still favor Dignitas. They'll get that bomb down, but look how low Pimp is. There's no more nades, though. They can't follow that up. Chris has a kit. Should they find these kills? They've been relying so many times on this scout, and Nex has 2 of them. So now there is a real chance. Nico needs to be aware of this possibility. And they've also picked up an SMG to work with, have they? No, Nex still not able to grab one. He's trying to do so, so slowly but surely calculating his movements until he can pick up a gun, and now he has an AK-47 as well. As Nico is going to try to do what he can to keep this bomb ticking, and they're not on it yet. He still has a chance to clutch this out. It's up to Nex to hit the shot. Does Chris with the kit. It's going to be 1-1.
Nex.
Hit as well.
Yeah, that was all Nex, right? He just meant monster there, and in the end, 1-on-2 for Nico. The nade actually being against him because he threw that. Then the Mousesports players knew where he was positioned. Before that, they actually weren't sure where he was.
Yeah, I'm very surprised they actually got themselves into that round. He was a very strong position there, actually, and he's going to come next here. Perfect timing here. Takes down the bomber, takes on the second player as well, and then pinpoint precision shot there to finish things off, and they have the kit. So flawless for them, and now it looks like Dignitas once again heading into B fast.
Shots coming out, and all the AKs that have been recovered. I say all, only 2. They're making massive gains right now, again on this B side, shutting down Dignitas early. There will be no kills that go the opposite direction. 2-1 Mousesports efficiently.
Yep.
But the guns are right back up for Team Dignitas due to bomb plants. So they'll bring out AKs, and there's no response. There's no upgrading right now. So 3 rifles, a scout, and a UMP to go against these AKs.
But very limited amount of nades for Dignitas. They're working with these 2 smokes and 4 flashes right now.
That's
5
a problem.
flashes.
It's a problem getting onto the bomb sites, especially when you go towards B. You need smoke grenades to go into the upper area and take out lower as well. But let's see that aggression coming in for the CTs. They're going for the early picks.
And I was going to say, this is the only thing that actually could give them a chance without the utilities, because if they get an early pick and get some map control, then they can play the pick game elongated. But they don't find Chris, who's moving up, and likewise Chris doesn't find them with the scout. Instead, Chris changes his attention to long, and we watch AZ and his team gather toward the fountain and stairs areas.
Look at the patience and how much time they're actually taking. They're really giving a lot of respect for Mousesports' potential aggressiveness.
Aggression first came and gone, though, so they've got to be weary still. They've got Kierby over on B side. He's going to try and play the distraction right now. Hold the smokes in place. Force the rotations. If nothing else, keep the 2 players that are there locked down so they can't join on stopping the 4 players that want in on the A site. In fact, they have rotated over. Dennis, Nico, and Gobby now inside of that B site. As Dignitas approach and do massive damage. Chris J gone. That gives them the entry. What can Nex do? He's going to try and pop this out. Has to know there's 2 players on his left. Also tries to spot Nico's just on his right, but they'll slow things down a little bit still. And they should know this is on A. They've got enough information, so they pull over Dennis, who picks up 2. But that's canceled out. Gone. MSL picking up the kill. He's gone quiet in the last map, but still having an impact while making the strat calls. Gobby trying to stop this default plant. Does. Bombs down. And now Mousesports with a potential chance to wrap it up, even though they've got an SMG against 2 rifles. And that SMG is going to have to close it down to 6 HP, 1-on-1. And he tries to spot Kierby and can't. It's 2-2.
Yeah, almost UMP coming up trumps there. Gobby did amazing work to even delay it as long as he did. Stop the bomb going down. 9 seconds on the board, but the AK swarming in that section. They knew they had to make the kills pretty early on, and this is Dennis picked up 2 pretty convincing frags, and that's what got them back into it initially. But very back and forth game so far. 2-2. Mousesports still able to buy here as well, and an AWP on Chris J as well. So all of a sudden, they actually, after losing that round, they go into this one with the advantage.
So aggressive play again from Nex. And I mean, this is what the non-upgrading did, right? That's sort of the gamble play. Keep the guns, win the round. Great. You build up more bank, you lose it, you still have money left over for the next. They're going to go for a similar strategic move here, Dignitas, coming out from those stairwells while slowly and surely moving forward on the bathrooms, but it's caught this time. That's the difference as Nex picks up the opening kill onto MSL. Chris J now to fall off of long. His teammates have done it the same at A, so they'll stay together, making decisions together. Nobby's AWP, skinless AWP, but Chris J doesn't care. He just wants to fire the same penetrating bullets.
Mousesports have been really good at locking off 7 choke points with their smoke grenades.
Watch this push, though, because Mousesports, that's what you're saying, are trying to come through. AZ's caught the flank, but he's weakened up one player very low. AZ on 2 HP. As Next now tries to find the shot he's looking for, doesn't land it at first. That allows Nico to come back out from the front, but there's Chris J. A quick peek with the AWP to respond. Has to go more passive inside the site, but they still have the man advantage, Mousesport. And that smoke doesn't quite go far enough. I don't intend that was, or don't imagine that was intended to douse and set, because look at AZ. He's able to use that to plant it, and Kirby catching Nico. It actually favors them, and Chris J's gone through, and he's wondering, where the hell have they gone? How has Dignitas got around me? Yet finds Kirby nonetheless, and it's left to AZ 2 HP. There it is. The shadow of Chris's bullet from the USP kills him.
So Mousesports bouncing straight back. We said it's to be a back and forth game, and it definitely is so far. Chris J going big once again with the AWP. Really has found his form with that weapon. You can see, even with getting the bomb down now, it looks like Dignitas will be forced to go onto an eco here. It'll be interesting to see how they approach it. Definitely can justify some Tech 9s, I think. Let's have a quick replay here. Chris J going through that smoke, finds a frag, pulls out the pistol, finish things off.
I think what's great about Mousesports' defense on this is just the way they're able to waste time from the clock, making it that much harder for Dignitas to make any kind of a play. And then you had Chris J there, obviously on the site, just destroying people with that off, and that combination right now, it's making it really hard to make rounds for Dignitas.
Fast play Dignitas this time toward that bathroom, and Nex is waiting on the cross. Finds Kirby. They don't feel like pushing forward. They've got pistols there. They could have come at him strength and numbers, but Nex falls back. He elongates that position and takes advantage with the rifle. And we'll follow that up, Mousesports. Bomb goes down, though. That's a rather important note to make here, as Dignitas will gain money from such an act. That'll also put them in a position to not only have a buy in the next round, but utilities to go with it. They won't have much of a round loss bonus, as they didn't win the last round. They won't win this, but they won the one right before that.
I think right now Dignitas, they should actually try to go on a like double tempo. That actually like take it really early, the fight to the middle, and use a lot of utility before committing to the bomb side and see what happens. Basically taking a fight to Nex and Chris J here around the toilet areas and the party area, instead of just waiting out so long, and see how that works for them, because I think it could actually be really favorable.
Well, it seems like now more players heading towards our mid area, trying to face off some of their aggression perhaps. Chris J getting flashed off. That's real positional control being gained yet as they make their way through the smoke.
Kirby wants to try and play that lock on B again, though, and as he comes through short, Dennis has already gotten there. We saw the initial flames in place to hold Kirby's movement out of activity. Easy through, as are his teammates. So again, A is the place where the activity wants to happen right now, that Dignitas want to try and pursue. And Nex is caught off, tries to stand on the garbage, and he'll actually get disposed inside of it as the shot comes in from MSL, but the response is swift, and Gobby picking up 2 has done more than enough damage because the bomb is in their control as well. Chris J is trying to find Pimp through the wall, but he'll now realize he's out too long and get the shot nonetheless. 5-2, Mousesports extending the lead significantly. And eventually this lost round bonus will add up. It's only at 3 rounds now, so they won't be able to buy just yet, but coming forward they will.
I don't think they're getting on that bomb side that way. They either need to take really fast, like I said, through middle, or do the set smokes on the side and cause a chaos on that side.
Especially when Chris J is the one who's locking them down through that so easily as well. He doesn't seem to have anything locking him down in terms of even flashbang. So I think the wall of smoke's definitely the right protocol where make sure they get some information. Looks like another B rush coming in straight through the fire as well.
Shots though coming in easy first to open, but it's responded by Dennis, and then they solve that riddle as well. Gobby forced back further, pulls the nade, can't get the gun back in time. The pistols prevail. It's going to be MSL again. Impact kills for the guy have definitely been up there as Chris J tries to re-enter using the AWP, not hitting the shot on MSL. Needs to be careful not to overcommit to pushing onto this frag though, because he'll cross 3 other members of Dignitas who are waiting for him to do so, and he's wise to that fact, so gone away. Chris will stay to fight another day with the AWP.
Put it this way, they didn't have the belts this time.
That's true. So they put down the Molotov there straight in the monster tunnel, but really nice flashbangs coming in from Dignitas. Took Nickley out of the game completely. He couldn't fall back and find some protection there in terms of some cover, but he got taken out straight away by the P250s. They go onto the bomb site, and that's the thing. If you lose the first 2 frags and the bomb does go down, it's almost an impossible retake on that side. So good stuff, and Dignitas has to bounce back. But of course, Mousesports, after winning so many in a row, will have pretty decent money still. It'll be a while before we break that economy out. Chris J on 7k. Dennis actually lower than I thought. So maybe this could be a big round for Dig if they can take this one. Maybe they'll just think maybe the B bomb site's where they should be going. You can see 3 players heading towards there once again.
Shot successful from Chris J. We saw him go there earlier with the scout. AWP, more than a wildly weapon. It's going to take the shot and get the advantage. Nico playing toward Toxic. Gob still just looking for information. I'm not 100% sure he did spot the players that came through short that time. But either way, they're setting up as if they are in that position regardless. All precautions in place. Smoke on the sandbags. MSL and AZ, do they boost above that sandbag? They're going to try to give AZ the angle. He's given his position away, but that won't matter. AZ's got no vision toward it and doesn't take the aggression because Nico's not going to allow him to walk another step forward. He's already killed him, put him out of the round, out of his misery perhaps, because this is so far a Mousesports half, but it's not entirely miserable. I shouldn't say that too soon because 3 rounds already for Dignitas, the last one included. They want this bomb site, and they're going to actually get Kirby to sneak in behind Nico. So Gobby's further back from the platform. Do they go for the fast plant? They cannot because it's denied already. Dennis taking down Pimps. Kirby's got bomb. He takes Dennis back. And Gobby, who's still alive, one of the initial players in this site, is going to distract long enough for Next to come on the flank.
Yeah, pretty slow take from Dignitas. It's taken them a while to get onto the bomb site. Obviously, a lot of Mousesports players able to rotate, come in the flanks, and shut them down there. And they finally made their way on the bomb site. Chris J again, well, once again with his opening frag. That's such a key factor. If you're losing that frag almost every single round, very difficult to actually capitalize onto any bomb sites. But here we go then. Almost forced by here, as you can see. AZ taking on in hand. And Chris J once again going for his mid control. Maybe going down to steps this time. Next with him. Bounce through.
Trying to push through this smoke to get back into safety. He's managed to at least get forward. And Chris J again up close is going to take MSL. Bomb gone.
Yeah, this guy's found his confidence again.
This is the scary thing about Mousesports going further, I think. You know, if Nico Lino is not going 30 bombs, then you have Chris J just going ham.
He just legs Pimp as well. Don't worry about it. Hit another shot. Okay, absolutely sick this round. That's 4 for him. Can he make it an ace? Kiabi going to be the last player remaining towards the monster tunnel. Just cowering in the corner now. Hoping Chris doesn't find him.
Just waiting for that train to pick him up.
I mean, this is the thing as well. You look to Chris to get his confidence back, but you also have to look at Nico to be not, I want to use the word inspiration. But if he's that on, it gives Chris that much more room, and then suddenly they get motivated as a team. And now Chris is, this is what one individual player can do. And even if he's putting up scores in some games, the other games he can still have the mental effect.
This is what I was talking about when we saw them in the major and they didn't even have the opportunity to get Chris J and AWP. That's when their economic decisions really do influence the outcomes of their games, because you can see how powerful Chris is with this weapon. If you don't allow him to do it, the whole team's not going to have that impact at the start of the round. So it's something they need to work on, I think, going forward. The decisions they make going into some of these CT rounds does need to be addressed, but this doesn't need to be argued with. Chris J, stellar performance in middle, taking down every single shot, I'm pretty sure, as he went through middle there. And looks like another B rush for Dignitas. It's worked for them last time. Is Nicolino ready for it now? In
the fire they go as well. They don't even care. They just want to get this bomb to the site to get it planted. But we see in that shot right there, it's not going to happen. Nico is still alive, still around. He's been quieter. Again, CT sides are a little bit more quiet for him, but that's his 9th kill now in the half, catching up slowly.
Yeah, and the thing right now is Mousesports has such a heavy economy at this point that it's going to be really hard for Dignitas to even force a Nico round, let alone getting around at this point.
8-3. It's not over yet. Definitely some time to get back into it and find a few more rounds on the board. But as we say,
they need to figure out a way around Chris J here next.
Well, that's the thing. He's changing his position with every round and just locking them down. You can see CT aggression coming in from short now as well. KRB going to be by himself. Will he get locked down by this? Actually, no. He finds the frag onto Nicolino.
That's well executed. So Nicolino down, gives Chris J the response onto the same player that got him, KRB. 4 versus 4, next playing forward in the bathroom. Has no one to play it with, though. This is a solo push right now.
Yep. Now Dignitas setting up those smokes for aim.
And they go past him. They don't look. There's no one in the hallway. All of them want the alley, and Next able to pick up 2 before the response comes in from AZ. You would have thought had the jump on top of his opponent, but instead now it's Mousesports with the advantage. Take that back. Nico's come in and taken down Chris J. Smokes on default. Do they try quickly to go for the bomb? Instead, they jump through, and AZ That's a bit hasty considering they have bomb site control, and Nico's still holding it. Instead, now 43 seconds. If he gets this kill on Gabi, he's got to go B, but he can't even get that far. 9-3. They triple their opponent, and again, it goes back to AZ. They've got a 2-on-2 insight with default covered.
The look on your face is one of disgust, Natty.
I would like to have a one-on-one with AZ just to talk about that round and ask him, please do elaborate what happened.
To be fair, when you've got control of the site and running through the smoke like that, it's just like almost suicide. They didn't know what's going on along. And now this is getting a bit far gone for them as Mousesports go into round number 13. 9 on the board for them. Chris J still doing incredible work. He went to short last round. Where's he going to go this time? As it seems like almost a full eco now from Dignitas. He's actually going to be towards long as well, waiting for them. Misses the first 2 shots actually. Characteristic this half. He's going to have his wingman there next, locking it down. 3 huge frags for him. Nice work.
This is just a game of everyone having an individual moment. I believe it's Gabi's turn for multiple kills.
To be honest, I think it's mostly been a Nex and Chris J show so far on this map.
15 kills for Nex, 13 rounds in. 13 for Chris J, 13 rounds in. 11, Gabi, Dennis, 10. I mean, everyone's close. Everyone, again, had a moment. They've also got a complete one-sided lock on that scoreboard, though. If you add up the total kills, I'm sure they've almost doubled their opposition.
Look at Chris J.
Which is indicative of the score.
Now he's in the connector. He's all over the map.
He's not going to have an exit, though, so he needs to find that shot against Pimp, because if he goes to exit, he's got 3 players coming up. And watch Nex, who's in behind, and Nex might just be able to close this out. Almost missing the shot on Nico. They have time to turn their attention back toward him, and he lines up one, but Kirby gets away with the kill. Actually, take that back. AZ was, but it's either way. MSL on 2 HP. Gabi going to go back out and push long again. Kirby's going to go over and scout onto the B site. Nico's going to be the one that's waiting. Flashes, smokes over. He'll make the call. How do they rotate? Gabi, does he try and go for the flank play? He's going to have to. Dignitas may have just secured their 4th round. Gabi's got a kit, armor, M4. She's now swapped for good luck, perhaps.
Yep. Difference there. Dignitas actually gets that middle control really early on the round. Gets favorable trades.
Watch Gabi to flash over, though he's still not done just yet. Thinks of it, thinks better of it. Dom is ticking. MSL again, low HP. Spotted, down he goes. Does this discourage or encourage Gabi, considering he lost 50 HP in the duel and knows time is against him? Pop flash to make sure he's not getting pushed from the short tunnel, and now he'll take that escape plan, but he is going to have Kierby waiting. Kierby will close it.
So then, Dignitas finding some mid-control there. Purely, I'd say, because Chris J chose to go down towards the connector that time instead of actually having that mid-presence. He's been there almost every single round. We talked about top AWP players moving their position and surprising. That's what he's trying to do. He's trying to like get that first initial frag on unsuspecting terrorists every time. He did actually find a kill before he went down there, but obviously allowing the T to get mid-control. I think this time he'll probably continue his aggression here. Yeah, and there we go. Facing towards the fountain. And, narrowly misses out there, but at least fires a warning shot towards the T's there to let us know where he is.
Nex falls back as well, flashing his way toward the A site. Last round of the first half, everyone's bought in, heavily invested. Doing what they can to make sure nothing is spared, because Dignitas desperately need this round.
Chris J casually flanking with an AWP.
Shots fired out towards Sandbag through the edge of those tin walls. Paper thin they are. Reminiscent of 1.6 nuke, but look at Chris's position. He's already behind Pimp. And an assassination.
It's a great call for him just to fall back at this point. He got the advantage, and now he's just falling back to A site.
Nex is also out toward that long position, so Chris will have a teammate to fight his way back in. Gabi, if he can hold MSL, might distract long enough for Nex to pop out right now and get the shot. That's exactly what happens. Kierby does respond into Dennis, but Nico's now fine Kierby. And it's left the 2 players on Dignitas. They do have a chance, though. It's a solo-covered B site with Nico, who's waiting but has the op up close, and he can use every weapon. That's a beautiful second shot. 11-4 Mousesports.
Yeah, pretty strong half of them as well, but 11-4 is not the end of the world for Dignitas. They pick up a pistol. Obviously, there's no reason why they can't do exactly the same back. Let's have a quick look at the scoreboard there. Chris J, 15 kills. Nex, actually, 17. We talked about those 2 leading the charge. Nico, much quieter affair for him, but I think from tonight's performances alone, we know the T side is his playground, really. That's where he really comes into his own with that AK-47. And, yeah, Dignitas, although some convincing rounds for them, the actual entrance to the game for them was that Tech-9 rush into B, that's when they started to find their feet a little bit. But they won the pistol as well, I think, didn't they?
Yep. Then they lost the second round.
Yeah, so winning the pistol, getting 4 rounds on the board. Not the best start.
Problem was they couldn't string any rounds together. They were just separate rounds they won as well. So they never really managed to make an actual real dent to Mousesports' economy.
It really did come down to Chris J. I'm sorry, when you can get a pick pretty much every single round pushing in, he really has found that form we were used to about a month ago. Didn't see too much of it at the major, but seemed to have this little break he's had set out for a week or so. Seemed to have found his mojo once again. You can see this is a huge round for him. Just I think it was 4 kills in that round. That was absolutely nuts.
That was huge. The second one, the third one. Bomb still down in that position. He closed out the round with the last one, which we won't see, but Nex pushing through here as well. It was a good lockdown. Everywhere they went, everyone stepped up. Like we said, yes, Chris and Nex playing very well together. We're definitely the cream of the crop, but Nico, we're sticking with the whole differentiating thing here, which we've confused 1,000 times. Nicolino,
and
thank
Nico.
you.
That's what I've been going with, and I've stuck with it.
Wow, the head-to-head's certainly one-sided, is it not?
You could say that. It's a bit of a landslide, if anything.
Jesus.
Yeah, Chris J.
Well, I mean, Nico is leading in deaths.
Okay, that's true.
It's got that going for him.
Me and him can share that stat.
How?
Because that's what I normally lead in.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Deaths.
We'll play 30 rounds, I'll have 31 deaths. I'll find a way.
It looks like we'll be getting back into this one now. Obviously, I think it goes without saying Dignitas really could do with this pistol, considering scoreline right now. We talked about Mousesports not having so much of a tactical game tonight. Really have been relying on the individual performances from Nicolino. So 4 sets of armor from them got beat. Normally the caller that takes up a utility. That's going to ring true for this round. I know Mousesports in the past have favoured the B-bomb side and pistols, but this time seems like Nico and got beat. Maybe setting up towards a little fake here. The bomb goes down towards fountain area as they try to gain some positional control here. Pretty passive setup from the CTs as well, not committing to too much.
The nail in the coffin as well for Mousesports if they pick up this round, as MSL's looking at Sandbag to try and get information with Kirby. A cat, that means there's 3 in A. Bombs way back as well on the stairs toward T-spawn.
Yeah, that just tells us that they're not committing anywhere yet. They're pretty much scouting out what's going on with Dignitas' setup.
Nico looks like he wants to go. Nicolino. He's already through Monster. But he hasn't spotted anyone yet. Meanwhile, Nico on the other side will manage to pick up Chris J. Dennis will follow up on this B push though, and Nex has gone to get that bomb, so look for the commitment to happen. I'll wait for the bomb, I imagine, to get just a little bit closer before committing in case the retake comes over and they still don't have a plant down, but in they go. Dennis is the first one, and it's Nicolino to get the first kill, mind you. Gabi to follow up MSL. AZ gets one before having to fall back into the jungle, and unfortunately he's just wild enough for Dennis to go down, and as he fight himself out further, he's got Pimp to defend him. Nicolino is trapped in the water.
So Dignitas holding true, finding that first pick. Mousesports very separated across the map there. One player getting taken down. It seemed they got picked apart. Did manage to get a decent entry kill onto the side, but then their execution. This is the first shot we missed in the first time around. Lovely little one bullet from Mika there. That really did put them in good stead for the rest of the round. So, of course, Mousesports will be getting Tech-9's armor here. They have got 1 smoke grenade to play with as well, but not all can be committed to the same area just yet. Pimp's actually going to be pushing down. Maybe going to find some frags here. Pimp does take down Dennis. Maybe a response here. He does get taken down by Nex, and now
Nico also gets Nico gets headshotted as well. Not a great start for Dignitas on this round.
Yeah, 4 versus 4 though. Despite Nico being low, there's more HP lost, hemorrhaged away from the Mousesports side.
Yeah, across the board at least.
What can they do with this one rifle in the hands of Nicolino, trying to push up in front of the bathrooms? He does spot up AZ with it, but AZ's gone to safety. Nex is waiting for Nicolino to find this opening so he can go in with him. They're still searching for it. Good headshot onto Nico though, and that's gone. That's the opening they need. Now they'll flood the site, pushing in all forces, but slowed down because the flanks showed up and they weren't ready for that. In fact, Nicolino looked back thinking, where did that shot come from? How did the bomb hit the ground? He realizes it solves it, but that gives the opportunity to the teammates of Dignitas to walk out and finish the round.
Yep, MSL flanking from B bomb side through the connector to behind that A site, pretty much the last nail in the coffin. making that easy decision for Dignitas to just rotate 3 players on that A site.
Yeah, dream flank from him. So just checking with the scoreboard here. Mousesports really done much in this half as of yet, but it is very early into the half. So let's see how they come into this one. It's going to be almost a throwaway round here. They have got some PT50s and a Deagle. Looks like a straight up rush from Nico. And what the hell was that? Straight in there. One ball from hell.
Dennis, he gets another one as well. Bye-bye MSL. 2-1 Deegs from Nicolino. Digo. And now he's in the side. He's low HP, but who cares? You can make that kind of opening for your team?
God.
Like, that's ridiculous. The bomb was actually committing onto A. It's gone back to B, which could still be a bit of a problem. Pimp is here with an M4. They've only got Dennis's to work against. If he stops this bomb plan, they may have problems. Pimp's done it. They've read this wrong, but Dennis just enough in response. And Mousesports will get back.
So, do you want me to analyze that?
Yes, please.
Go ahead. I would like to hear that.
Nicolino ran through the monster tunnels and somehow finds a glorious one-bullet headshot, finds 2 more on the bomb site, pulls it apart. The CTs just crumble from that stage. And what more can you say? Look at this first shot. Good night, AZ. And he answers back with a few more as well. That's incredible stuff from Nico.
And that's devastating for Dignitas' money as well. They have literally nothing to work with.
Yeah, that's such a huge round to win. See Dennis now, does open the frag out. Say who's going to get 2 there, but Pimp does take him down as they make their way onto the B bomb site now. There should be a relatively simple execution.
Shots coming all the way through for Chris J. 12 could be extended to 13. They've still got a doubling lead against their opponent. Nicolino waits for the flank and also with a stylish surf.
I knew you'd enjoy that.
Spent some time in California. Pimp, though, the last alive again. This time, not in a position where he can do much about it. All he can do is really enjoy the view from the window and then realize there's a civil war going on outside. He should have kept his head down.
So, Natu, you've got $3,200, $3,500. I guess you have no choice really, but buy into this one and see what you can do with it. Utility going to be disgusting. I've got 4 smokes, but no incendiaries, no HEs, a couple of flashbangs, 1 kit. I think this is the kind of round they probably want to do, show that mid-aggression and try and get that initial kill like Chris J was doing so convincingly, but look what Mousesports are doing. It's actually a pretty cool read from them. Straight up B execute, it looks like. They want to go in, no nonsense, and take advantage of this situation.
Yeah, Chris J, that's twice now he's opened up the bomb site for his team. This time against rifles, it means a whole lot more, but the flanks come over. Nico spotted them, but not yet. Got the shots. Flash comes in from his team, and Nicolino. That is insane that he buys himself that much space in the corner. I thought he was done when he turned his back initially. Gombi gonna push in, doesn't even matter. Next has it. Nicolino is a one-man highlight machine on terrorist halves.
There you go again. Deagle action coming to play. We said his CT half was pretty quiet, but the terrorist has been anything but. Gets himself 9 frags, I think, this half alone. And pretty exciting stuff. So if I had a little replay of that Deagle kill, like you said, Matt, loads of space utilized. And now Mousesports in touching distance of series point here. Looks like that's going to be faking towards B. Nicolino actually going to be baiting that. 3 CTs over there, but the rest of his team will be going straight towards middle.
Dennis finding Nico will start it off, and Nicolino getting Pimp. Nicolino getting Kierby. Let's just lock our camera onto him. Nicolino getting MSL. This is insane. This guy is absolutely nuts on these T sides. And next has spotted AZ, the last alive. AZ gets one, and Dennis will close it out. We're on match point, series point, Nicolino point.
He's sitting at 22 and 10 now all of a sudden.
MSL is spamming question marks into the chat. I don't even think he knows what's going on right now. Absolutely crazy performance on this T side. Once again, these T sides are just phenomenal. And that puts us in series point, and I think we know which way this one is going. Dignitas having to hold on here. 2 Pharmacists, a Scout, and some Deagles. It looks like once again that B execute will come to fruition, and it should be the end of the game here. Should be.
That's absolutely nuts. The guy is, I mean, even just hitting that bunny hop off the railing to get in position on MSL, it's insane. And there he is again, finding another kill. They are down here, disadvantaged significantly now, as well as Chris J will go down, so they'll retake the bomb back over, but watch AZ's position. Does he hear them coming? No, just wait, because Gombi's going to go down. AZ's got his back turned. If Gombi walks in and AZ's not looking correctly, it could be all over for him, but AZ, Wily young Fox, I was about to say Wily, old Fox turns around, and now Dignitas with only 1 left will take down Nicolino. They'll bring it back to 7 rounds. But it'll be match point and a good amount of money to still buy up on the terrorist side.
Absolutely. Nico's got 16k going into that round, so don't worry about the economy at all. Absolutely fine for them. They definitely have the advantage going into this round still. Chris J, picks up the AWP, and you can see, we said Nicolini went into this half with 10 frags. He's jumped up to the top of the scoreboard now, so pretty crazy stuff from him. Chris J, like I said, AWP in hand against the scouts of Nico. No real aggression shown from the CTC, a much more passive setup. They've got 2 players towards long though, so interesting to see what Chris J does here. He has got the monster tunnel under his control, but not going to be facing just yet.
I think this justifies their decision of removing Speedy. No offense, because again, Speedy on the night 1 was their leading fragger.
Yeah.
But this is an absolute clinic, and nice jump shot, not able to connect. Nico in pressure now inside the corner, has to get himself out of it, uses a nade to do damage, and almost wins the exchange because of it, but Dennis ultimately will prevail. Kirby getting back into Nicolino, though, means our highlight machine's gone, but the round's not just necessarily done yet. Pimp's going to find Dennis. Next still to open up this site, but he's got company. He's got the bomb behind him. They want this. If they can find the next pick, if they can find AZ, a really good chance to plant this down. That doesn't necessarily mean AZ entirely open, and there is that pick. But Chris gone as the lurk. They've got to go solo here. And by solo, I mean duet, because there is still 2. Of course, Nex and Gobby. Flashes and smokes over. They still need want one more pick, and they're split up right now. Gobby's gone back over to B. He wants them to fake it, but bombs down. Even if Gobby was able to do anything there, he was too far away to recover it.
So then, Dignitas do live to fight another round here. As we said, the money is very strong for Mousesports, so they will be buying up into this. AWP once again. You can see Nico has upgraded from the scout as well, so KR be saving them the round there. Playing with Nico, getting fragged on long. But again, you have to think that this is delaying the inevitable at this stage, considering the way some of these 2 players have been approaching the round. But we're going to round number 24 now. For more aggression being shown by the CTs this time as they make their way in the bathroom area. It's going to be Nico with that AWP. He could get locked down here next. Coming in to find him.
Is going to find further damage as well, but not the kill. Almost does that time. Nice light, no cigar. You go to cross back over in the site. Watch for that AWP to come into play, because if he can look into the bathrooms cleanly, he'll have a chance, but that flames, they're going to go just beyond the boxes. That puts him out of position. I don't think he can actually get in between them and the front of the truck, so he won't have a chance to peek. That allows Nicolino to win against MSL, and Chris J with the first entry.
Rotation to B is coming through.
And they pulled it. Kirby, though, he's shut down, and now they've got the bomb in a great spot. Gobby, go, my friend. You've got it. It's all you. As Chris J is holding them still back in the A side. He actually has this lined up perfectly, but the smoke won't allow the shot. Now it does. Dennis gets one on the other side. We're done. We are over. Mousesports are moving on, and Team Dignitas will have to fight from the last chance qualifier. It's Fnatic Mousesports tomorrow evening.
That sums it up. Pimp just typed GG Nico. Nothing else.
he was a one-man army. That was one of the most impressive performances from one player that I've seen in a very long time.
We said that about Taz the other night, too. That's the thing.
Yeah,
Taz had more clutch moments, which almost you could...
True.
You could take your pick. I mean, they didn't have to clutch as much here because Nico opened the rounds. Taz closed them.
Let's put it this way. Nico's play style is more flashy.
Yes, that I will say.
Yeah, like
Taz's were more like on the edge of your seat, like, is he going to make this work? Nail-biting stuff, low HP, whereas Nico's just like boom, dead, boom, dead, boom, dead, boom, dead.
So fair enough. Those 2 performances have been pretty outstanding.
Stand out of the tournament so far, I'd say. Taz or Nicolino, what a breakout. What a day and night compared to his first couple of games we saw him play. We said, oh, yeah, some good moments for him, but then he literally, like we said, one-man army carrying his team.
Justifying the return to the lineup as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's safe to say after that. And that's the game that really mattered for them, really. Like, it's going forward. They do have one more game to go, but knocking out Dignitas there.
Shall we peek at the scoreboard?
Let's do that.
Shall we peek at the Nicolino board? And remember, he was behind again on the CT side. He's such a good terrorist player.
That's what we said. We said, oh, pretty quiet performance on the CT, but we know what's coming on the Tiri side. As soon as he got the AK out, he just controls that B area by himself. He can go monster or go short, and he seems to just find frags.
He is the monster.
Nowhere.
He can go shorter. He can go to his own help, man. He is the monster.
So the other Nico, unfortunately, only 5 frags for him.
Yep, glad I put him on Vulcan tonight. Really pleased with him.
Stood up for you.
Easy as well. Yeah. This is insane.
Some of their tweets coming in. Nicolino, God. I would agree.
Yeah, you're not the one true God. Yeah. And apparently Justin Bieber isn't either. It is Nicolino. Remarkable stuff. In the words of AC/DC, he shook them all night long.
Is that a song?
Oh my God, you don't know AC/DC. I don't even like them, and I know them. How do you not know classic? This is insane.
Well, there we go.
You and your Britpop need to separate for just a week so you can get educated.
Right then. So, Mousesports, I think we should have a look towards heat maps. Overpass, one of the maps is pretty difficult to analyze. Everything's overlapped so much, but mid areas contended quite a lot, especially for Dignitas. You can get most of their frags there. A site lit up heavily for them, but I think B was a heavy area contention for Mousesports, especially Nicolino on that short area was getting so many kills around there. Just that was the one my Naomi showed, is holding between connector and B short, lighting up the scoreboard so much there. And I don't really think we can take much away from this. Just remember,
I think what we could take away from it is all the dots that aren't Nico, and it would probably still look the same.
That's a bit generous. But
that is a bit generous. Oh. MVP. Who's it going to be? Oh, look, 3 in a row. Nico.
So, 25.
A decent night for the boy.
I would say so.
Yeah, he's going to look back on this one and think, oh, I'm glad I came back to Mousesports, as this is the one I really stood up. So, they come back tomorrow for a best of 5, right? So, do we think they can post similar results against Fnatic?
No.
No.
Yeah, that's the thing.
That's the thing. It could all be in vain. You can knock out Dignitas and you think, God, we're still going to be static as get rid of the pain.
They're rubbing it in because I was so confident tonight. I don't have Nicolino. He goes nuts, and the production staff have Nicolino as the shot caller.
I think we're all toast.
Game over. They just smoked everyone. The funny thing was, I actually picked the second team and was like, yeah, I can get him. And then I was like, he hasn't done anything the last 2 nights. I'm gonna leave him off.
Well, it seems like it's my one first. Oh God, that's the lowest score.
That's not bad for one game though, one night.
Is it not?
No, it's not too bad.
I guess it is just one game. None of my Fnatic players have played, but 7-2-2. Let's see where the trip still lies. Oh, he's done pretty well. 949.
That's me. I'm at 949. I imagine in the order. Oh, so that means ahead of you, not to.
Maybe.
I have to be ahead of you.
That means you're last, not to.
No, you were 4 out of 4.
Oh, was I? Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, I was 3 out of 4.
So I'm 4 out of 4.
I'm 929.2.
Why am I always
Wait,
last?
we're pretty even actually with you.
That's not bad. That's not bad. Let's see the production staff.
3K bomb.
They're first.
Way ahead of us. Way ahead of us. Thanks, Nico.
Wow.
That shot call on the man who's top frags 3 out of 4 games.
I mean, talking about getting lucky, boys.
Yeah, that's insane. Getting lucky. Yeah, okay, give him that.
Well, to
be fair, no one would have been able to.
Picking Nicolino as the
7-2-2.
That's insane. They're like 200 points. They're more than 200 points ahead of all of us.
I'm only 20 off of you, Matt. So my goal tomorrow, I will still win, guys. Rubbing it in.
Man.
I'm loving
it's true. I'm sticking to it. Nico's gonna fall flat tomorrow. Next is gonna step up and save the day for me. Yeah, and JW.
And then you woke up. Didn't happen.
I can hear them laughing from the other room. Thanks, Natsu.
You're welcome.
Yeah, whatever. Whatever. Look, tomorrow's a new day. We're not done yet. I still have good Fnatic players. But tomorrow is a new day, and it is the grand final. We'll find out which of these groups, this group, which of these 2 teams will be our second team to qualify for the LAN. It'll either be Dignitas or Fnatic to join Virtus Pro. We'll find out. Join us. It's going to be thrilling.
Actually, and it's going to come next here. Perfect timing here. Takes down the bomber, takes down the second player as well, and then pinpoint precision. Shot pretty early on, and this is Dennis picked up 2 pretty committed. That's great. Finds a frag, pulls out the pistol, finish things off.
I think it was great from Mousesports.
As the shot comes in from MSL, but the response is swift, and Godby picking up 2.
Doesn't need to be addressed, but this doesn't need to be argued with. Chris J, stellar performance in middle, taking down.
They go past him. They don't look. There's no one in the hallway. All of them want the alley, and Next able to
have Wingman there. Next, locking it down.
Sight with Nico, who's waiting, but has the op up close and can use every weapon. That's a beautiful second. Hey, it's gone back to B, which could still be a bit of a problem. Pimp is here with an M4. Only got Dennis to work against. If he stops this bomb plan, they may have problems. Pimp's done it. They've read this wrong. It's coming all the way through for Chris J. 12 started off, and Nicolino getting pimped. Nicolino getting Kirby. Let's just lock our camera onto him. Nicolino getting him.